Honduras is located in Central America, bordering the Caribbean Sea between Guatemala and Nicaragua. It is slightly larger than Tennessee and consists of 90% Mestizo people, which is a mix of Amerindian and European. The country is mostly filled with mountainous terrain on the interior and narrow coastal plains all around. In fact, agriculture is a huge part of the economy and land use. 29% of Honduras' land area is dedicated to agriculture and 45% is forest, supplying the lumber industry in the area. Bananas and coffee beans are the two major crops that are grown. Honduras is so underdeveloped that 65% of their labor force is in primary and secondary sectors of the economy, and only 55% of its total population lives in urban areas. One of the biggest problems Honduras is still facing is poverty. Honduras is the second poorest country in Central America, with 60% of their population living below the poverty line, which is $1.50 per day. Lack of access to basic services, a vulnerable environment, and a low agricultural productivity are among the problems at the root of poverty in the country. Here's a short clip about how the typical Honduran family lives. There is a huge gap between the rich and the poor in Honduras, resulting in a very unequal society with the poor living in favela-like slums and the rich living in super high-class mansions. There basically isn't a middle class. Child labor is another issue in Honduras, with an estimated 384,000 kids between age 5 and 18 employed. This contributes to lower secondary school attendance, as kids are going to work earlier instead of getting educated. Only about a third of Honduran children attend school past the primary level, resulting in decreased availability of qualified labor, productivity, and income generation. Only 30% of Honduras has access to sanitation facilities, and just as few are able to consult a physician. Efforts have been made to improve the standard of living in Honduras in the form of microfinances, which are small loans that can have a big impact, such as getting a business started or improving sanitation in an area. These are usually made by charities or church organizations. On the other hand, the government has done little to address this issue. Even if they wanted to, gangs such as MS-13 and Barrio 18 basically control the country. Honduras has the highest homicide rate in the world and is extremely dangerous to travel anywhere in the country. Most of the political leaders of Honduras are corrupt and are among the few that are living in extreme wealth. They don't have any incentive to create policies that would promote economic growth in a more equal society.